one manager.
And we are now loading into Singapore.
But hello and welcome, Mar.
Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, we're here in Singapore, which is normally one of our bogey tracks.
On last game, it was by far my best track.
This game, maybe the worst. Because just stuff never falls your way in Singapore, it seems. But anyway, let us put some different parts in the car. Oh god. Bomb. Bow. But anyway, never mind the bot. We will move now in through practice. Do I have... Yeah, I have all the right parts on the car. I'm gonna turn my audio down a little bit here. Ugh. Wow. 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 Oops. So P17 and 19. Not amazing, I would say. Yeah. I agree, or be gone, bot.
But how's it going, R?
Twerks. Maryland. Jammy Dodger. Hi, no, not. Welcome to the stream. Are you ready to see Ferrari absolutely destroy, even though this is one of our worst tracks? We actually don't have the money to take a grid penalty if we wanted to. But anyway, let's load into quali. And I want to check, have we won here? I think it's Verstappen gets the toe now. Have we won here recently? previous race results.
Here we go. Leclerc won here last season
By nearly 5 seconds, so she laughs and went destroy.
Forza Ferrari. Right, here we go. On or out laps. We just need to not get blocked here, and we'd be good. Norris is gonna block us. Piastri's gonna block us. Oh, he's right there on the apex of the corner. Horrendous. I couldn't see where he was. I don't know where Norris has went. Where's Norris? Is he behind us now? Yeah, he is. Hopefully these laps are good, but yeah, Verstappen did get blocked by Piastri, literally parked on the apex. I reckon we need to go out again with both drivers here. Right. Leclerc,
Followed by Verstappen.
okay, they both have a gap. Is there anyone exiting the pit lane? I don't believe so. I will, Ali, ha 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 ha. Are you excited to sign that in the marriage certificate? The Ali, ha 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 Leclerc. I think it has a nice ring to it. Anyway, is Verstappen going to be blocked by the Aston here? I think he got away with the Aston. Verstappen did hit a purple middle sector before Zhou has taken the purple sector away. Leclerc goes quicker. Can Verstappen go quicker here? Oh God, no, I keep my name. I'm a B doctor.
You doctor yet?
Call me back when you doctor. Anyway, I think we're through Q1. Oh, no, no. Right, through Q1, here we go. On into Q2. But what is everyone snacking on? Or I want to know. What snacks have you brought? And can I steal them? It's did the thing again where Leclerc is immediately, Verstappen's immediately behind him. I'm just gonna back out. This is Singapore. This is where Sean is from. Or insert Italian noises. Yeah, sorry, that is great how you've remembered that. Like, that's just a detail I wouldn't remember. But there is a lot of lizards that appear on the track here. It's just a detail I wouldn't think about. You know? Anyway. There was also a dog in Austria. I'm trying to think what else there's been. There's been a... There's been a dog in Austria. There's been deer here and there. About... But I don't know off the top of my mind. Alright, we've actually got laps here where we're not blocked by the AI. Great. These laps should be a whole lot better. Both of our drivers have gone green in the first and second sector. Did Verstappen even improve there? Nope. Didn't improve. So impressive when they do that. The Red Bulls seem considerably quicker than us here. I'll tell you a funny story, or whenever we were walking to the track in Spa, which is in Belgium, we were quite some distance away. Welcome in, Sean. You're here for your home Grand Prix. You're here just in time. I was telling a story about how whenever I went to Spa in Belgium in 2022, we were walking to the track and we were quite some distance from the track as we were walking to the track, and we could hear just the engines from so far away, and what these engines were just F3 cars, and they were very loud. And there's not really been any animals at Spa, I wouldn't think. However, what was I going to say? However, the F2 cars were then even louder, but then the F1 cars are actually quieter than both, because the F1 cars have an electric engine as well as combustion, but a lot of the power is from that motor. Who's going out first again? Leclerc. Meadows on a lot of luck with Arsenal says PSG beat him twice in a row. That's ropes. I've had a couple things in my FM save showing like that where I remember there's a while ago in my FM save where I just kept getting Spurs in the Champions League. Like just repeatedly just kept getting Spurs. And this was back when they had a striker that I'd tried to sign and instead he picked Spurs. So it was very painful to play them because the striker they had was unbelievable. But I would get the best of them sometimes, but a lot of the time they did beat me as well. But now in my current FM save that I'm playing, just off stream, the one that I do with Rotherham, I am dominant. I am dominant as dominant can be. Right, I don't really think we got blocked there. Verstappen's got a purple first, and Verstappen, we were on board with Leclerc, so Leclerc should have went quicker if Verstappen got blocked there. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go to get the deltas up on the screen here. I was just thinking of what kind of snacks they have in the US, but now I'm thinking, what kind of snacks do you have in Singapore? Because I am having a jammy Dodger, which you may have never seen before. Remember when they didn't have the whole blocking thing in qualifying where you could be blocked by the AI every single lap you did? Right, we're gonna have one more run here, and I want to follow a Red Bull out of the pits who are already out on track. Is George Russell. So I want Leclerc out before we're stopping here. Okay. We just need to time it. There's the other Red Bull. My eyes are burning. Please, leave the garage. Okay, no, that was too quick. Never mind, it was right on time. Yes. And now Ocon has come through and give us a little bit of Juju. Now we have the Haas of Lawson directly behind us. Yeah, it's a surprise, and also now he's right up our gearbox. And we need to go with Verstappen at a specific point to drop him, but not overtake Leclerc. Which I think is now. So we have dropped Lawson a bit, which is good. But now, here we are on our final run. In qualifying, we are 200ths off Norris. We're level with Zhou at the moment. We're 300ths ahead of Ocon. And Verstappen is only a 10th off pole at this stage. It's a very close qualifying session here. Really, the top 6, any of them could get pole here. Leclerc's gone green in the first. That is a good sign, because we need green sectors would surely mean pole, I would say. If he gets any yellow sectors, that could be ropes. Leclerc's going to get through on the McLaren. The McLaren's not going to block. Verstappen gets a yellow first sector. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Leclerc now round in the hairpin. Needs a lot of time here gained, and he's gone green in. Meanwhile, this second monitor is about to turn off. Oh, Leclerc's gone green giant. Yeah, Tsunoda only goes 5th, gets 3 thousandths ahead of Leclerc, but where will Leclerc go now as he crosses the line? Leclerc goes P2, but Russell importantly puts it on pole, makes a huge margin. A really unstoppable margin there. Meanwhile, Zhou is going to cross the line. Where's Zhou going to go? Zhou doesn't improve. There's Stroll jumps up to P6. Who else do we have here? Tsunoda on an in-lap. Norris on an in-lap, and so is Russell. So it's only... Wait, Norris is on a lap, isn't he? It's Piastri and Norris here. But yeah, a very poor quali from Verstappen. Down in 8th, could fall as low as 9th if Piastri here gets a good lap here in the Alfa Romeo. Piastri up to P6. That will be P9 for Verstappen. Norris does improve, but not enough to pip Leclerc. Leclerc is 0.17 behind Russell on pole here. Russell has looked quick today. Meanwhile, Norris, probably his best qualifying in quite some time. Zhou with a very good P4 in the Red Bull, but Max, shocking qualifying. But as I mentioned last episode, that is why I have the qualifying position to be top 10, because Verstappen has qualified P9 there, and we're still going to get our qualifying bonus as long as he doesn't mess up. I really wasn't expecting a soft, medium, soft. Do we have 2 sets of mediums? Nope. I think this is just a Monza 2.0. You know what? I think this is a Monza 2.0. I'm simply going to put Leclerc and Verstappen here on the more used sauce to start here. But I think this is honestly a Monza 2.0 with the strategy. But we'll save it before we load in here so that it for sure puts us on the right strategy.
Final checks have been carried out on the grid. Until we get underway.
Yeah, Max.
That will all be closely following Charles Leclerc in this one.
I feel like he hasn't been fully destroyed, but after this qualifying, it could spiral downward. And it could look embarrassing at the end of the season here. Because it looked like Max was building a comeback. But with P9 in quali, can't really say that. Welcome in, Nevertag. You're just here, perfect at the start. Max has had a bad qualifying. But Leclerc now on the inside of Russell. Backs out of the move. Why? He's now opened the door for Norris, who's also on the softs. There's contact behind. Leclerc's just backing out. Hey man, he's such a Albon, and that was so minor contact. It was Sargent. Leclerc, what are you doing? Just open the door and let them through. Give them the red carpet. What is that? He's lost 2 positions off the start. What is he doing? I'm baffled. He doesn't even try. Meanwhile, Lawson is dropping back from us here, so I think we can actually ease off with Max here, because Lawson's already a bit of a distance back. Meanwhile, Ocon's already fallen back from the battle for the lead here. Come on. Yeah, Russell started on mediums. I was thinking we're on the soft so we can take advantage of this, but can we with fucking Leclerc? I mean, I know he's the reigning champion and he could repeat that championship that he has, but wow, just so many races where you question him. Meanwhile, Stroll now is fully out of the DRS, so we need to absolutely send it past him. Leclerc now send it round the outside. Will he send it again? He does! Leclerc sends it here. As we enter the middle sector, round the outside he goes. Meanwhile, Verstappen battling with Stroll as well. Ocon may defend this move, and he has. Meanwhile, Verstappen round the outside of Stroll. Under the bridge they go. I believe Verstappen has the DRS detection point here. And as long as he keeps a wheel in, he's going to have the DRS down the straight, and he's going to get an easy move here. Meanwhile, Leclerc struggling to overtake Esty Bestie. We need Verstappen to catch the pack ahead. Otherwise, what's the point, really? And wow. Increase Lyco. Alright, we gotta... Please let me press the right button. Was just skipping the button I wanted to press. Right, I think now is management mode. We get our ERS back if we can here. And push a bit later on. Ocon's back in the DRS again, which may make this a lot more difficult. And charge button off, And we're kind of just stuck here doing this strategy. It's not great on tires at this stage. We still do have the fresh softs to go on to, which is at least a positive.
Yeah, he's a world champion. Should not be doing this. Absolutely. I don't even think Verstappen now has the DRS. Yeah, he missed the detection point. Piastri's fallen off Sonoda. Or he's fallen off Joe, I mean. Meanwhile, Verstappen needs to push here to get caught up to Piastri. Ideally, we want Sonoda actually ahead of Piastri to use those mediums, because Piastri's softs have gone off. Should leave it on balance for now. More worried about our ERS at this stage. And Sonoda's finally gonna get Piastri, which I don't think is a bad thing, because Sonoda will be able to use those mediums to get caught up again to Zhou, I would believe. Meanwhile, Leclerc now full ERS, that's what we like to see. And Verstappen just needs to get caught a bit closer to Piastri here before we fully start to really manage his ERS, but he's struggling here to actually stay with the pair. Meanwhile, Tsunoda now is 2.2 back from Zhou. So Tsunoda hasn't caught Zhou, and Piastri now is putting him under pressure.
But yeah. Tell you what, my camera's very up here for some reason. I'll move it down a bit. There we go. You've got the L for what we're taking at the moment, which is the L. Because it's not going great. We've had a bad quali from Verstappen, and he's just struggling for pace entirely. Meanwhile, Leclerc lost 2 positions off the start. Is also struggling. When is Max going in? Okay, we're still only really at the halfway point in the stint at this stage. So still a lot to do. Still a long way to go. We do not require liftoff. We do not require liftoff. Meanwhile, Ocon is catching Russell, but surely Russell's tyres have got to be outperforming everyone else around here soon. Verstappen's ERS is fully recharged, they'll be able to use it. Leclerc's had a shocker out of the hairpin for some reason. Don't know why. Just thought, I'm gonna drop an absolute stinker out of the hairpin here. So is Verstappen. Just coincidentally, both at the same time, they're thinking, I'm just going to lose massive amounts of time for no reason. I know you've managed your ERS here perfectly, but now I need to kill that. All that effort you put in. Time to go hunting. I don't know what Leclerc's doing. It's just the pace is just leaving him completely. Still doesn't have the DRS.
God. Dear Lord. Just has nothing. Leclerc has nothing left. Yeah, I'll see what we can do now on better softs. Than the ones that they're currently on. Or currently set to on. Yeah, 8 seconds quicker, wow. Interesting. Stopping now, trying to get through on Piastri. Don't know why you're dancing all over the rear, mate. You should just go for the move here. And Verstappen does go for that move, because he now needs to get caught up to Tsunoda to disappear from Piastri. Otherwise we're going to be locked into this battle. But can we do a strategy where we actually stretch these mediums and softs as far as they will go? Yeah. Okay, we can safely do a medium soft from here. We can. It is just gonna be a stretch. And Leclerc has somehow majestically lost out to Zhou because he's just so good. But here's the thing, as long as we can hold on to Zhou, use his DRS. If we follow Zhou's DRS, then it's a problem. And same real story for Verstappen, he just needs to hold on to the DRS of Tsunoda. The thing is though, we will undercut the drivers around us. Are we keeping the same drivers for next season as well? Yes, we are. Never tag. I'm pretty sure we have them both locked in for a long-term deal. Yellow flag out. If there's a safety car, that will change things, but I don't believe so. Such a necessary yellow flag. I don't think there's a steward who could physically raise their yellow flag quick enough to respond to that incident. You know? Look after the tire, look after the tire. Okay, we need to start using the tire. Leclerc is virtually gone at this stage. So Leclerc's got one more lap in him, then he's going to go mediums. Meanwhile, Verstappen's going to have to do an extra lap on top of this. Pit confirm and the box. Pit confirm and the box. Leclerc's lost so much time in one lap. We probably should have boxed him even earlier, but we want to stretch the mediums and softs as long as they'll go. So, you know. Like, Lando has undercut us massively unless he has a bad pit stop here. We had a very good pit stop there, but so did Lando. Recharge off, recharge off. But again, chat, it does seem like this is one of our bogey tracks. You know?
Just keep it sensible on the time.
What's with Singapore and the fastest team always messing up there? I don't know what it is. There's just like a curse. But we are just messing up here in Singapore. Probably should have did qualifying better, I guess. I don't know. And not use the extra set of softs and save them. And I didn't box for stopping. Yay.
Recharge off.
Thought I had. Well, we used one more soft set than we were supposed to. Never tag for the race, which I didn't think about. And then we also well, Verstappen got P9 as well, which doesn't help.
In general, if you can introduce some lift off.
Big lift off. Big lift off. The thing is, though, Verstappen is still keeping up with Tsunoda, which is a good sign. Alright, now we need to send it on Gasly to get through.
I'll leave it to you. Recharge off, please.
Now, ideally, we would like a safety car. Joe and Ocon come in. Ocon off the softs. Joe off the mediums this early. Interesting. What about Joe's going for? Joe's going for hards. I don't think he'd be doing hards to the end.
Now,
What's this?
see what happened.
There's just Leclerc getting. Yeah, Gasly. Some like Verstappen gets a 3/10 slower lap. It just feels like they always do Verstappen slightly dirty. Meanwhile, Leclerc exits not that far behind Ocon here. And Ocon's not that far behind Norris, who is trying to overtake Mick Schumacher here. And Mick may defend. Nope. No defending. But I think now we need to push with Leclerc to get caught up to Ocon. Meanwhile, Max is in his own world at this stage. There's no one really near him.
Just recharge off when you're ready.
It's Hajarin.
Maybe a chance.
Copy? Sounded like confused there. Copy?
So just keep on top of the tires. More like one.
More like. And this is what we need for Norris here, is for him to get caught behind Sargent Adoon. And not be able to put the pace down. And allow us to get caught up here with Leclerc. Ocon's joined this battle as well. Norris, can he go for a move? Too far back. Was going for an audacious end there. Meanwhile, we're almost in the DRS's. Ocon now on Norris himself. Ocon side by side with Norris here. Is Russell doing a one-stopper? Yes. Meanwhile, we're now kind of in where we want to be a little bit with Leclerc. Because we just want to manage now. But if Ocon or Norris send it on either of these cars, it's just kind of panic stations. But this is a good time to manage what we have. Ocon having a little luck here. There and everywhere. Ocon did get past Norris there on the hards, which is a scary thought. Normally the mediums are a lot quicker. I think the one-stopper could be the way to go here, chat. I just didn't like the one-stopper because... I don't know. Do you reckon a driver is retiring at the end of this season? Who would be retiring? Albon, maybe? Gasly, maybe? Stroll? Ocon? Other than that, not really. This is pretty... is a young grid, really. Stroll? I don't think actually anyone's going to retire. If I had to put my money on it, Sean. Maloney goes in, so it's Doohan and Sargent still ahead here. Ocon may look to send it on Sargent, but oh, that's kind of cheating. We've now got to start to make moves here with Leclerc, otherwise we're going to be stuck behind Sargent and co. But Ocon's going to surely get past Doohan here with ease. Meanwhile, Verstappen is in his own little world. Absolutely. Ocon still hasn't got Doohan here. Meanwhile, what? Where'd Joe come from? And Piastri? Confusion. Time to go anting, time to go anting. Yeah, Sonoda in. I think that is Joe on the one-stopper strategy here. We're now going to go on the outside of Sarge. Hopefully Sarge can hold up Joe here. We're now caught up to the back of Norris as Ocon's trying to head down the road from Doohan. And I think Ocon will get down the road from Doohan here. Meanwhile, Verstappen has Stroll for company. And he's just going to let Stroll through here.
Keep trying. Let's try to get the dig down on this.
Okay. You can catch him.
Leclerc now on the outside. As Norris now sends it on Doohan. Can Leclerc get through? On Doohan as well. He's going to blow past the Aston Martin driver. And send it through into P6. We now just want to actually hold station behind Norris and hope Norris catches Ocon. And we just want to manage our ERS in behind. And sort of same with Verstappen. Our Stroll has the softs here. We just want Stroll to use those softs in the clear air, and we're just going to manage what we have in behind. Meanwhile, Russell comes in for softs. So Russell's doing a medium soft, I think. Interesting. Meanwhile, we've gone for the soft medium soft. And I think Ocon and Zhou may be doing the one stopper here. I think Leclerc is going to do an aggressive soft, medium, soft, whereas Verstappen's going to be more managed about his approach. And we still have DRS here on Norris, so he should still comfortably be in this battle.
So pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Please press the right buttons for me, please. And now that is Porcher in, so battle for the lead about to ensue here. And we actually want to push now with Verstappen because we can get Sargent here if we're lucky. If we can get Stroll before he gets the DRS. And Stroll does not have DRS here. Verstappen now on the inside of Stroll. Sends it through. And that is what we wanted. Just need to somehow keep this position if we can. And now we're going to follow Russell through here. He's on pretty much one of the quicker strategies. Was out front here. Going to send it on Sargent there. What a unique place to send it. And Russell gets the move to stick. And all he has next now is Piastri. Meanwhile, we're here with Leclerc. Verstappen now going to send on the outside of Sarge. Never mind. Even though Sarge has 32% wear, Verstappen is still too scared to send it on the American. Sarge comes in now, and Verstappen gets the DRS, but now he has Stroll for company. Needs to catch Piastri as well here.
So measured race pace now.
Yeah, I agree. Never tag. I wonder why why that's happening, Leclerc. You know.
Could you double your lift off, please?
I think actually we just need to push out of this corner to get Piastri here.
Okay, Max. Go and take some points on Leclerc, please.
Meanwhile, the one stop is really working here for Ocon. Gonna send it here with Verstappen. Stroll is a good distance behind here.
Just keep the patience up, Max.
Alright, I think we need a slingshot onto the back of Ocon here. I don't think Norris actually has the pace that we need of him. So we're going to try and slingshot onto the back of Ocon here. Because Norris is just not really showing the pace that we need to see.
And recharge on.
And round the outside we go with Leclerc. He'll have the inside of the next corner here. And lovely move on the outside if he can make it stick, but Norris is still there, but Leclerc is going to get the traction on the outside of the corner. And now he is 7/10 to get caught up to Ocon. Yeah, team orders Russell on the soft. Surely has to let, or surely Zhou needs to let him through, you'd have to say. Zhou needs to let his teammate through here, otherwise there's going to be words. Russell has to switch to the inside to send it on his teammate. Russell is going to get through comfortably, but maybe not as comfortably as he would have liked. Meanwhile, we're still managing here with Verstappen because Stroll is less of a threat as he's still stuck behind Piastri. Leclerc still trying to drop the hammer to catch Ocon. He's almost caught up now. I would say the only exception to that would be, Sean, is last time out here in Singapore. If we go to circuit info here, last season Leclerc won the championship and won in Singapore as well. So hopefully we can keep up that trend. Meanwhile, Stroll gets ahead of Piastri finally. So I think we need to go neutral on ERS. But Stroll just doesn't immediately catch up to us here. Now, we're kind of going to recreate the Sainz and Norris wall of Singapore that we've seen in real life 2023. And that is Ocon, Leclerc and Norris can block Russell here. If we all just stay in each other's DRS, we can block Russell from making any ground. Because it's going to be a lot harder for him to overtake with the DRS involved. Meanwhile, Leclerc dropping a tiny bit back from the McLaren. Yeah, Zhou and the Hards may catch up as well. But ideally we want Norris to be here, so I'm actually gonna try and drop back a bit here and give Norris the DRS if we can. Like Sainz did IRL. And it'll help us waste Russell's new softs. Meanwhile, Stroll immediately caught back up to us again with Verstappen. Verstappen's just not had great pace today. I mean, he did start in 9th, which is a factor. Yeah, Zhou on the hards isn't going to be as quick as these runners. Let's lift off. But we're right up behind Ocon now, and I believe if we can just manage our ERS, we can start to manage the tyres as well. Russell needs a lot of acceleration out of the corners here to actually overtake Norris. So it's going to be a tough oil job to do. But Leclerc now just needs to keep managing this ERS. And we'll see on board with Russell. Can't get close at all. This is lovely work. We're wasting Russell's softs. That would have been a threat at the stage. The only negative here is that we're kind of helping Ocon. Because Ocon is going to the end along with Zhou. But we do need to manage our ERS before we start managing our tyres with Leclerc. Meanwhile, Verstappen is okay on tyres. He would rather manage his ERS, which we're going to do now. We're going to let him through. Going to just let Stroll through, manage our ERS with Verstappen. Meanwhile, Russell has gotten bloody Norris out of nowhere.
Now we're just proceeding.
And that has added a bit of drama that we did not need. Norris has now gone back to being unhelpful. Try your best. But Russell still has a lot of tyres to use. Yeah, Russell needs to get past all of us, whereas we're just trying to be moving bollards, waste his softs. And I'm trying to put my jacket on here, Leclerc. Why are you fucking diving out of the way? What are you doing? Jesus Christ, I can't even put my jacket on without him doing something stupid. I don't even know which way this jacket goes on. There we go. Oh. There we go. Jacket on. I am now warm. Meanwhile, Sonoda Maloney has joined our battle with Stroll here. This may not be good. I think Russell may get Ocon here. Still side by side.
Challenge in V2.
What is this racing?
Keep pushing. So just recharge off when you're ready.
Why are we going side by side through every corner? Like, why? Okay, I think Ocon's actually got the DRS here, so I'm just gonna push to make sure that we do not. Ah, he's on high overtake rush, and that would explain things.
And medium start.
I just wanted to be on medium. Yeah, I don't know why Leclerc and Ocon are doing what they're doing, but they're doing it. You know? Meanwhile, Verstappen is just 2 turn along, 9 seconds back from the pack ahead. And he's using Stroll as a cover so that Sonoda and Maloney do not give him any bother. Now, we've definitely wasted Russell's softs. He does not have a lot left in them to use. Ocon's hards are now in better condition than Russell's softs. Yeah, I mean, it's working well for Ocon. I mean, it's working well for us as well. We're just eliminating the threat of Russell, as well as managing our tyres, because we need to make the soft stint with Leclerc. You know? And Verstappen's now gaining to the pack ahead, I think. Nope. No, 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 nope. No, 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 nope. Come on, Leclerc. Come on. Side by side under the bridge they go.
Save fuel.
And then Verstappen. What's happened? Stroll's just lost out to the Sonoda. Is all that's happened there, really.
What's going on there? That was very nice speed.
Keep hanging in there, mates.
We've got the ERS switched on. Or well, switched off for Leclerc here. Verstappen's just going to follow Tsunoda along. It annoys me just how Leclerc doesn't have like a defensive bone in his body, just does not know how to defend the line at all. Like, come on, Leclerc. We're going to use a bit more ERS here just to clear Ocon so I can fully, you know, harvest just for a little bit because Russell is still bothering us massively here. Tsunoda has been catching the pack ahead, which is good for us if he uses those softs while we just stick in his DRS. Gonna let Ocon through here, which is okay. Just do not let Russell through. That'd be great. Here we go. Oh, and Norris now is going to get on the inside of Russell. Norris's tyres are actually doing better than Russell's now at this stage because they're mediums. And Joe is here as well, right on top of the action. And this is good for us. Ocon's trying to disappear, but we're going to have the DRS here, so he's not going to disappear. But Joe's actually in the best position here because Joe has the hard tires to the end here. We better hope this soft stint is quick at the end. Leclerc, what are you doing? You're just letting him send it around your outside. You're just letting him through. It's so confusing watching Leclerc drive. Like, baffling. I need to tell him to, like, worry more about the car behind than the car in front.
Just look after this tyre set then. Look after it.
Unbelievable. The only time I tell Leclerc to defend is when he actually loses the position.
But this is what happened. It all starts as they reach turn 17. There's the opening.
I tell him to defend, he's like, here's the open door. Again, Russell. Leclerc now has got to manage these mediums as long as they'll go before he switches to the softs. Meanwhile, Verstappen is pretty much... I'm actually going to try and push now with Verstappen. See how much time we can gain here. Russell takes the lead, which was expected. But a little hurtful at this stage. Please, Verstappen. Thank you. Thought for a second there he wasn't going to send it, which is just going to waste our precious time here.
Don't risk anything.
Leclerc just about has DRS, but so marginally. He's let Norris through just for the banter, apparently, yeah. Meanwhile, Verstappen using the pace of those medium tigers I really ideally want him to drop Sonoda here. We did, and he's lost it to Joe as well. He's really impressive, is Leclerc. Really impressive. I'm actually just even gonna box him onto the softs now, I think. He has no pace at all. Yeah, I'm gonna box him onto the softs because he just has nothing in the tank at all. And we've just got to manage the softs here as we exit, really. We've got to do all of our managing in the next couple laps with Leclerc. Meanwhile, Verstappen can push on these mediums for a bit. It's an okay stop by the Ferrari pit crew. Is there any traffic here for Leclerc? There's an Aston of Dune coming through, and then Sargent I don't think is close enough. Maloney gets through. Leclerc can make it to the end, but he needs to... He needs to not be bad at the game. Can someone tell him to do that? Like, just don't be bad at the game. Perfect. Norris and Russell coming in. We need bad pit stops out of them. On to the hards. Also on to hards. Hards for Sonoda as well. We get out here right behind Russell. I'm going to use Doohan to try and escape here if we can. But Leclerc needs to immediately blow by Russell. Perfect. And we need to get by Doohan as possible and head down the road. Oh, and Doohan goes very defensive there. Because we need to use the softs while we have them. And then we can back off once we've built a gap, but we need the gap first. Yeah, Zhou and Ocon, we hoping they battle, but now Ocon's in. I have no idea what half the grid strategies are at this point. I'm gonna do another lap here with Max. And then come in at the end of this lap onto the sauce. We've now built a 1.7 gap to Russell. Hopefully the delta of our softs is just good, that we can manage. Where's Ocon going to come out? Side by side with Russell. They almost come together. We now need to manage our ERS while we're in the lead here. Hards are just the slowest tire are. I don't really know if they're bad for the track or not, to be honest. We're hoping they're bad. You know? And Russell's immediately in our DRS. We just have nothing. And it's probably good we overtook Maloney there because we're going to get in the pit stop ahead of him. Going to successfully undercut him, I'd say. Good stop for Verstappen.
White line on the exit.
Gets out ahead of Maloney. Alpine don't have a bad pit stop. I'm gonna let Russell through here, and I'm gonna use Russell with Leclerc to manage our ERS and tires. Ooh! Verstappen comes out immediately in the path of Sargent. But yeah, we need to manage the softs here with Leclerc. Meanwhile, Verstappen kinda needs to just clear Tsunoda, catch Norris somehow with just unrelenting pace. Yeah, he did go through Sargent, to be honest.
You could cancel or reduce lift off where possible.
Okay.
You can catch him.
Just about have the DRS there.
All line call.
And we now need to just disappear from Tsunoda here with Verstappen, catch Norris, ease off the ERS again. But if we can manage the tyre here with Leclerc, we will be good. Verstappen gets the fastest lap. Can he catch the DRS of Norris? He has, which is perfect. We now need to manage our ERS behind Norris before we then head after Ocon. But Ocon is going to close up to Russell shortly. Meanwhile, Joe, don't know what he's doing. We think he's trying the one stop. He's 16 seconds up the road. And I don't know how effective that's going to be.
Look after the tires.
Look after the tire. Red Bull just kept him out. Yeah, I think Joe, they're just keeping him out unless they go really late on the softs, try and use all the time. But I think they're one-stopping it with Joe. Meanwhile, Ocon could join this battle soon, which we really don't want because it's just gonna mean our managing is gonna be a bit more difficult.
Yeah. Stay cool.
I think Verstappen can confidently go to the end, but Leclerc does need to manage his tires a little bit for them to be effective. As we head on now, Verstappen still follows Norris along. Does have a lot of recouping to do. I'm worried about Leclerc losing out to Ocon here because that's just going to make our life miserable. Right, we've got our ERS back with Leclerc, which should make this way easier. If we can just conserve the tires with Leclerc to the end here, we could be okay.
Focus on tires.
Yeah, copy.
No. Welcome, what now? Welcome in. We're battling here for the lead here in Singapore. We're trying to defend from Ocon, who's trying to come through. And we're also hanging on to the back of Russell, who's on the hards, who pit really late for the hards, which is surprising to see, but his tyres will certainly go to the end. Meanwhile, Verstappen has gotten Norris. Surprising to see. And at this stage here, we just want to manage Leclerc's tyres to the end. Yeah, Zhou is staying out, so we're just hoping we're naturally going to catch him. 15 laps to go. Yeah, his tyres are not going to last. I don't really know what Red Bull are thinking at this stage with keeping Zhou out that long. Meanwhile, Verstappen isn't really catching Ocon how we would like.
We are happy also for you to improve the pace.
We are happy also for you to improve the pace. Yeah. It was winter holidays, whatnot, but I was streaming. I have been streaming like the past number of weeks, every couple of days, but you've probably just missed me. I was streaming yesterday, what now? But you can push a bit more. You can do it all night long. Right. I think I need a push now with Verstappen. Just absolutely empty the tank. Catch Ocon. If I can. And just drop Norris in the dust. Because Verstappen does have the tyre to use. Yeah, and Verstappen's now dropped Norris pretty easily. And they step in. Not a problem, Nevertag. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Meanwhile, Verstappen's still catching Ocon here, 2.2 behind. And Ocon is actually a part of this battle for the lead. So this is the battle for the lead that Verstappen's catching. I didn't even think about Verstappen actually being in the battle for the lead here, but he will be. And also, we need a time whenever we overtake Russell with the overtake of Zhou as well. Because we do not want Russell overtaking Zhou and then Zhou holding us up. What's the time for our?
Hello there.
Welcome in, Romain Roger. Or Roman Roger. You've come at a probably a confusing time, but welcome in. Welcome into the stream. Roman Rogers like, where's the unfollow button? What have I just joined? Okay. Verstappen is now in the battle for the lead. Crazy how he's got here. But Verstappen is here. What's Verstappening, lads? What's Verstappening? And R has now pinged the birthday boy coming. Jesus.
Less of a lift.
Lish of a lift. Oh no, we need to go now. We need to actually go now because Joe is right there.
Keep pushing.
We need to go now. Yeah, Verstappen is now here. Joined the battle for the lead. Meanwhile, we need to get past Russell because Joe is right there. Leclerc, we need you. Please, please, do it. He's not doing it. I swear there's no in between with Leclerc. He's either world champion or useless. There is literally no in between. He has to overtake Russell now, otherwise Joe is going to allow Russell to disappear off in the distance. Come on, Leclerc. Come on, come on, come on. Send it. Send it. You're not sending it enough. Meanwhile, Ocon's falling out of DRS here. Leclerc round the outside. Come on, send it. Yes. Leclerc into P2 where he needs to be now. Now, Harvest, do not send it. Do not send it yet. Don't send it yet. Don't send it yet. Oh, I knew you were going to send it like a dumb. You dumb, you dumb, you dumb. Okay, now you can send it. You need the DRS first, my man, to disappear.
Try to put pressure on him.
And he still didn't get him. What are you doing? Oh my god, I'm baffled. Man, you have DRS. Just overtake him. Man is on 29% hards. This isn't difficult.
Press and hold the overtake.
And now Leclerc needs to go back into management mode.
Increase the lift up as well, please, Max.
So does Max, but we need to get clear of Joe as well at the same time. And somehow Joe continues to catch us. I know you're harvesting, but man has 27% hards. And Verstappen is royally screwed.
Recharge off.
Because he just cannot manage what he has at the moment. He's having to push too hard to stay with it.
Recharge on.
Well, maybe now if Leclerc can just hold up the field, it should help. It should help Verstappen.
Okay, Max.
Let's just completely drop back with Leclerc. Give Joe the DRS.
Try to increase line up.
Come on, Joe. Come on. He didn't even get it. We literally were lifting off to give it to him. And now Joe's been sent on by Ocon, and now Ocon is behind us. And both of them have gotten Joe, but watch how long it takes Verstappen to get Joe. I bet you it won't be as easy as Ocon and Russell made it look. Oh yeah, you never talk. You know the way you mentioned his negative defense? Yeah. Yeah, just. It's a joke. You're a joke. You're a joke.
Press and hold the overtake.
But, yep, Leclerc just needs to absolutely Don't even know. Verstappen needs to somehow manage his ERS, tires. He needs to manage everything, his tires and his fuel. Verstappen just does not have enough here to use.
Start button off. Don't destroy the tyres too quickly.
Alright, Joe is finally gone. Norris is going to catch him along with Maloney. I want to ask Charles if he is really a world champion for being nothing on defense.
6 laps to go.
I don't even know. 6 laps to go, and we're really struggling here to stay with the cars ahead.
He said there's more line.
I don't even know how we're going to pull this off. Joe finally pits far too late. He is now out of the points, I think. Because Stroll and Iwasa are going to surely be ahead of him. Will it be Pourchaire, though? Yeah, Pourchaire's ahead, yeah. Joe is now out of the points. Should have pitted after Ocon pitted, yeah. This is going to be really marginal. I think we need to conserve fuel at this stage.
We'll get them.
We'll get them.
Okay, Max. You could cancel or reduce a lift off where possible. We need a lift off at this stage.
Yeah, good.
Maloney and Norris still battling for that P5.
Charge button off.
Please, Leclerc. Fucking hell.
Less lift off.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, recharge off.
Like he doesn't defend, and then when he enforcing him to attack, he then just burns all of his ERS.
Charge button on.
Burns 90% of it immediately. I bet he's not even a plant out of here, and Russell's gonna blow by him because he's not gone neutral quick enough. Thank Jesus, we've actually got away with it. Away with one here. Verstappen now needs to go.
Look after the tyres. Charge off.
Yeah, copy.
Max, could you just introduce 3 seconds of lift off around the lap? Charge button on.
Copy.
And charge button on.
Lap 60 of 63 at this moment. On time. We have enough ERS to use.
Enough.
Yeah, but never tag. That's on the last lap, so that's still yet to come.
Yeah, copy.
Charge.
Yeah, a 4-way fight for P1 here.
Hammer, recharge on, please.
I don't use top up enough. I think top up can help us here. If we use top up. No, not ERS assist. I never want ERS assist. Every time I tick ERS assist, I say I don't want it. Alright, 3 laps to go, chat. 3 laps to go in this Singapore Grand Prix. And it is heating up. It is heating up.
For info, we are not fuel limited. We're not fuel limited. Back it out. Back it out.
Back it out, back it in. Let me begin. Leclerc now. Still battling with Ocon. I actually think it's too early for us to go for an overtake here. So, please, dear God, let Ocon through here, Leclerc. Okay, and now we can go boom, boom, boom. Because he's going to have DRS here, Leclerc, on the inside. Got the detection point. And then he's let Ocon back through as well. Even though he had the DRS there, he's decided, I'm going to let the McLaren back through because, you know, it's all about family. I don't know. And now he's decided, I'm actually going to let Ocon have the DRS and allow Russell through here on the fucking penultimate lap because I'm an absolute douche nozzle. We got lucky there with Russell backing out there. Okay, we now need to start making moves this lap. I'm going to push now with Leclerc, if we can.
You can catch him. Maybe a chance.
He's fucking useless. He's absolutely useless. He might win this and I'll be pissed with him how useless he's been. And he's allowed Russell up his inside because he's just so brilliant. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Keep up the time management for the moment, Max. Going to take some points on Leclerc, please.
Well, I'm now pushing flat out with both of them. So we're just going to see what happens here. Leclerc now needs to get into the lead. If he doesn't send it here, I'm going to cry. He's not going to send it. He is going to send it. Come on, Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. Meanwhile, Verstappen now on the back of Russell. Is he going to look around the outside here? Verstappen round the outside of Russell as well, which becomes the inside of the next corner. Still trying to plant the throttle, but Russell's got the tyres to defend. Russell's tyres are way better at this stage. But DRS again. Can Verstappen find a way through? Around the outside, Verstappen's going again. Russell's still defending for all that he has. Can Verstappen get the traction? He's got lovely traction out of the first section here. And into the podium place Verstappen goes.
Did an excellent job.
Meanwhile, Verstappen now following along Ocon. And there's not many corners left in this Grand Prix. Ocon has one more bite at the cherry to win this, and so does Verstappen. Can Verstappen find a way through on Ocon? Can Ocon find a way through on Leclerc? Ocon goes very defensive there, trying to weave. And Leclerc may have this, because he's 7 tenths back now.
DRS. He's
But can Verstappen find a way through an Ocon here on the final lap on the outside? Will Ocon go defensive enough? Verstappen may send it around the outside. He has a little luck. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I think Leclerc has this. And I think it's safe to say this is Leclerc's worst win of his career. Max gets P3 on the fastest lap. Leclerc somehow finesses a win. But wow, that felt like Leclerc's worst win. That was that was painful. He made it so overcomplicated. Meanwhile, Norris finishes P5, Maloney P6, Tsunoda P7. Iwasa gets points for Alpine ahead of Piastri. Yeah, it honestly did feel a little undeserving, never tag. But in the end, Leclerc gets it. Yeah, Chugga just wanted he just wanted to add some razzmatazz, wanted some stress on top of the whole
Now isn't that the kind of drive
thing.
we'd love to see from Charles Leclerc?
An inspired strategy from the team there. What a well-deserved win that was.
But just look at this. The overwhelming excitement for those celebrating this achievement. Out and onto the podium steps Charles Leclerc, the driver from Monaco, really deserving of that top. Oh my God! What did the drive do?
Oh wow. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, R. Wow.
Oh my God, guys, we did it again! Oh my God, yes!
What's the sound for this again? That's the Gasly. What's the sound for this again? That's the Gasly.
As far as Ferrari are concerned, Kareem, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
I love the sound.
Happier. A win and a podium place. What a great
But Leclerc wins, followed by Ocon and Verstappen.
And a big thanks to you all for joining us this weekend.
And I imagine Russell is slightly livid after that kind of being his race to win there and ending up coming fourth. After starting on pole, I'm sure Russell is not happy with that. Meanwhile, if we look in the drivers now, Leclerc is got his 12th win now, 10 wins ahead of Verstappen. He's 108 points ahead, or that's 106 points ahead of Verstappen. Welcome in, Darkstare. Hope you've been enjoying so far. But Charles now, wow, what a lead. Let me do some math. Let me do some math really quick. Calculator. 364 minus 176. That is plus, wrong button, minus 188. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Darkstare. Welcome in. Hope you've been enjoying so far. McLaren extend their gap over Red Bull. Mercedes, there's a bit of a close fight going on here. Alfa Romeo haven't really scored in a while. They've fallen off massively mid-season here. We've got both the quickest pit stops there. They were massively key. And we extend our lead in the pit stop competition. This is where it matters, chat. This is what matters. This is where all the money is won. Get in. Anyway, what do we have next? What's after Singapore? Qatar? Japan. I'm wrong. Engineer and driver tension, acknowledge, cause always happens. Financial regulations, show me the money. We want more money, so no. Let's see. What? Do we have anything to refurbish here? I'm great at maths, so I am. Anyway, the issue I am trying to work out is we have Suzuka, Qatar, Austin, Mexico, Brazil. Okay. So 188. How many races do we have left? 7. So we're getting close, chat. We're getting close to the drivers' championship being won for Ferrari. The maximum points that people can get now is 205, not including fastest laps. And I think if Leclerc wins next time out, he may actually win us the drivers. So chat, do you want another round? Or am I ahead off? Yeah, it's going to be a wet race in Japan. I think I'm ahead off. I'll be back tomorrow, but thank you for the follows, Roman Roger and Dark Stare. We'll be back tomorrow for Japan, where we may win the drivers simply as Ferrari, because Verstappen still has a good couple of races to save himself, but he needs an absolute miracle to happen. Meanwhile, we may win the drivers over George Russell, because there just needs to be a certain gap. Anyway, if you did enjoy, for anyone lurking who hasn't followed yet, please do. And we're going to find someone to raid on our way out. And who we're going to raid is, as Sean recommended earlier, we're going to raid Milo. So drop Milo a follow on your way out. But if you did enjoy, please drop a follow. But thank you all for watching. I've been WHFRO. I'll be back tomorrow for more of F1 Manager, I guess. And yeah, hopefully we can wrap up the drivers then. But I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.